Hey guys, this is Mr. Sal. We're going to go over the final exam reality check, which is the final reality check in this class. So hopefully it'll help you guys out. Let's go over it. For this project, you will practice using equations to calculate the score you'll need on the final exam in order to get the grade you desire out of this course. So download the example to guide you. You'll also need to access your grades in Canvas and scroll to the bottom to find the percentages in each of the assignment categories. Now, I'm not going to do that because it would be a violation of FICA policies. I think that's right. So we may just look at the current grade. I don't know what it is. I guess we'll take like a B grade student, okay? Now, we may say, what grade do you want in this class? And maybe it's still B, maybe even a C. In very rare cases, we hear something like a D or even an F, depending on where the current grade is. But let's just say for this example that we want an A in the class. Alright, so what is the lowest percent required to get that grade? Now over here on the right, we answer the next question there. What is the lowest percent required to get that grade? So if you want an A, the lowest percent required is this 93%. So next up, what is your current percent for homework? So we're just going to make up some values that would seem like a B level type student percent for this. So I don't know, maybe like whatever, 81%. Okay. Now, of course, your scores on Canvas may show something differently, but this should work for us. So 81% there. For coursework, I don't know, we'll say like 88%. Okay. For attendance, and we'll see in this class that it doesn't really matter, but we'll just go ahead and put maybe you've been there 90% of the time, okay? So 90%. And what is our current percent for exams? What the heck? We'll say 86%, okay? And we'll assume that this makes up a B grade student. So from these values now, we can work with the equation here at the bottom for number 8. Use the following formula to solve for X, the final exam score. In order to earn credit, you must show all the steps. So all we're going to do is simply replace the values that we found. Like the percent of homework there in blue is the percent of homework that we have there up at 81. And of course, yours may be a little different. Then for coursework, we said that it was at 88% there. And then we got our percentage for attendance. We said was 90%. And then the percent for exams was 86%. Now, of course, depending on your class, the percentages for these may be a little different. What I mean by that is the percent that each is worth. Now, the last one, it says that the desired percent, that's the one that we filled out up here, this 93%. So here's what we want, 93%. Now, these are all percentages, actually, so we're going to have to change these into decimals. Now, that just fills these in. The next thing we need to do is to fill in the rest of these, right? So 20% of the grade is the final, added to 20% of that 0.81. So this is what we have now, and you could do this piece by piece, right? Like you could say, well, I'm going to plug all these into the calculator. So after plugging the values into the calculator, this is what I get. Now the next thing that I would want to do is to combine all the like terms, right? So I'm just looking at all my constants here and adding all these together. So having simplified this equation now, we got 0.2x plus 0.68 equals 0.93. Now this 0.68, it means that if you didn't take the final at all, or got a 0 on the final, you would have gotten a 68% in the class, which we've seen up here from the grade scale, what that grade would be. And it definitely would not be an A grade, right? Now, another purpose for this equation right here, right, is to figure out what score we need on the final in order to get the desired percent. Now, depending on the grade that we have right now, will determine if this is even possible at all. And yes, some of you notice that it's right now impossible because even if you got 100% on the test, it only adds 20% to this, which keeps us out of the range of an A. Now, something else I want to point out before I forget is the homework in this class is still open, right? So if for some reason you were like, I would really like to improve my homework score, you could do that, okay? And you'd gain an extra 4% in the class, 4.8%, which is almost enough to put you over the edge into the A grade if you get 100% on the final. Even the coursework is open, so both of these, there's no real reason for you to get anything less than 100% unless you're just slacking off. So keep that in mind. These values should be improved or improvable at this point even now. So, solving this equation now, I would have to subtract 0.68 from both sides. So that zeroes this out. And 0.93 minus 0.68 is 0.25 right there. And then just finishing this problem off, we would divide both sides by 0.2. Divide by 0.2, so that gives us 1x right there. And x, remember, this represents the score on the final that we need. And of course, this is the decimal value, 1.25, or 125% on the final. So what percent would you need to get on the final exam? That's 125%. Is it possible to get the grade you desire? No, and that's because it's over 100%. Now, generally speaking, we would do number 11, which tests would you like to take or retake for this class. You could retake up to 2, but we know because of the moving into remote classrooms because of COVID-19 that that won't be the case this semester. So otherwise, you guys would need to let me know that. However, again, it's not necessary this semester. So thanks for watching this, you guys. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it helped you to finish the final exam reality check. Again, you'd want to fill in the percentages you want up here, not the ones that we had. But maybe they're the same. Who knows? All right. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.